Ah, golf season is upon us. I knew it was about time. You knew it was about time. For the golfers who already golf all the time, eat, sleep, breathe golf. I used to. I'm still getting back that way. For the people who are just learning how to play this game, itching to play, I guarantee you, you can ask any golfer out there, once you hit one good shot, you might hit, 1,000 bad shots. But that 1,001 shot that you hit, you can like, oh my God, and that's it. You're bit. You're bit by the golf bug. So I'm not going to go into all the fundamentals. And the fundamentals are the best thing to do about grip. My thing is this. I've read so many books, and I've learned that your grip is different from everyone. Everyone doesn't have the same grip, just like everyone doesn't have the same walk. Everybody is built differently. Some people are stronger than others. Most of the time in golf, a stronger person can hit the ball in pretty good ways. And vice versa, you get a smaller person, a shorter person, or, not a shorter person, but I'm not going to exclude that. But you get a thinner person who is more flexible, can hit it probably further than the person who's stronger. Why? Because the person who's stronger is trying to use big muscles to hit it. When a person who's thin is flexible, they're using their small muscles to zip it through. But we're not going to get into that. We're going to get into if you're just starting to play golf, if you're just learning. And like I said, it's been a long time coming. I've had people call, email, text, Jay, got to get back out there, dude, what's up? Well, it's just been a lot of stuff, and I just got to order brand new lights because some of my lights, my launch monitors are up with. So when I'm out here working and the lights are not working, they don't need me to be working out here, so I'm upstairs putting. So today they're working. So basically all I'm saying is about golf. If you're going to learn golf, the main thing is, and I know a lot of people will grab a golf club and they're like, well, I don't know how to hold it. Well, I usually, in the beginning, if I have a new student and they've never played golf before and they don't know how to hold it, if we're out on the range or maybe there's some freshly cut grass, or I'll take one of the sticks I got and I'll just put the club down and I would tell them to hold it with their right hand. Just let it sit right there with your fingers, with your left hand back, okay? So in order for me to make this golf club look square, and when I say square, down the line exactly, if I was to turn my head just like this, not like this, because when I turn my head like this, I just created two different angles. You want to turn your head like this. Now, my head was already down. I just created one angle, okay? So in order for me to make this golf club square or looking straight, I push the handle forward. Now it's looking directly at the net. Now, if I want this golf club to look over to the left of me, I'll push the handle away from me. All right? This is what we don't want. We don't want this. This is awful. This is only a shot that's a specialized shot that's going to take you, if you decide you want to play this shot, this is a flop shot, it is going to really take a lot of practice. But like I said, this is the fundamentals. We're going to have fun. Plain and simple. I love my clients. I love them. They keep coming back. They keep referring people to me. Like I said, these companies, they found that, I had I had a good gift. I'm not gonna say a special gift because I worked very hard, but they found interest in me. So I'm teaching and I love it. So main thing is we want to keep everything square. So now if I put my left hand on and I walk up and I'll just drop. As you can see, I had the left hand, it's still facing this way, I'm walking up and I just drop the club. Where my pelvis is, the club, the grip should always be to the left. That means that my club is square, okay? Now, unless I manipulate it, but if I don't manipulate it, it's gonna square itself out. Why? Center of gravity. It wants to come back. Now, if I was to walk up and drop it to the right, you can see that club is going back this way. Once again, that club is this way and it's pointing this way. It's open. Closed, open. Closed, open. Okay? So, in retrospect, there's always been three people or three sports who can flat out just go ahead and start playing golf. Right at the bat, and they're pretty good, and they don't really understand the game. But because they have that muscle memory, tennis players, hockey players, and God, how could I forget? And baseball players. Because they have the same movements. Baseball players, because they stand here, and they're here, and they're here. The only thing that usually we have to work on is their grip. Hockey players, they're already on the ground. They already got hand-eye coordination. They're hitting that puck, and that puck is going fast. Tennis players, I play tennis. Same thing. We're here, sometimes we're down here, and sometimes we're up here, but it's hand-eye coordination, and we're doing the same thing. We're turning the tennis racket over, or we're, using one hand to kind of backside it, but we're using two hands instead of one in golf. So, for the beginners, let's just get back to where we need to be. Forget the grip. Only one thing I want you to work on is putting the club on the back of the ball. I don't really want you to care where it's going. Now, if you got a net, more power to you. If you don't, buy one. I have a big one that I could put in the backyard. I don't want to. I'd rather hit inside my garage and have my launch monitor so I can see my numbers. And I have a second one sitting inside. And I'm going to show you my setup eventually once we go through enough. I'm going to turn the camera around and show you my launch monitors and also some of my training equipment. But as for now, I don't want you worried about, where the ball's going. I don't want you to hit it hard either. I want you to start off by just clipping a couple of balls away. Now, and when I say clip a couple of them away, you don't have to clip them on the ground. If you have a tee, and let me move my launch monitor because I want you to be able to see it. It's bush needle. Okay, if you have a tee right there, just put that ball on the tee. Remember, we want our feet shoulder width apart because, like I said, everything runs down the center of gravity. If I was here, when I swing the club, say I was too far over here, when I swing the club, guess what? When I turn, I have this reverse K. And you can see this. Look at how my body just collapsed. So now it means in order for me to hit this ball, when I go this way, I have to go this way. That really hurts. So I want you to think about just clipping it off the ball, off the tee, okay? We're just trying to make contact in the center of the club. So we're going just like 1 and 2. 1 and 2. The and is a pause. It's almost, for me, it's a switch. When I'm playing tournaments, when I'm playing out with my guys, the and is for me loading up, putting my weight back here. But like I said, we're just starting off. So here, I'm just gonna clip a couple of them away. 1 and 2, okay? So like I said, we're gonna use the T. We're gonna raise the club up a little bit. 1 and 2, okay? Let's get another ball here. Put it on the T. Okay? Get nice and loose. Bend from, now some people do it differently. I'm just gonna give you what I usually give my juniors and what I do myself. And when I start doing what, when my clients start seeing how I do it, they start and they're like, oh my God, I like that better. It's because I'm taking a lot of the pressure off my lower back. You will see a lot of people do this. And if you see that little curve right there, that's gonna put a lot of pressure on your back. It's more here, or you can do it here. Round it off a little bit, make it straight. So if you stand up a little taller, pull your shoulders back, okay? Now, you can soften your knees a little bit. My knees are locked out. So if I soften my knees, so my knees are locked out. So if I soften my knees, that means by just bending them a little bit, you'll see my rear end, my bum starts to go backwards. It starts, my booty area starts to sit over my heels. That is my center of gravity. It's really hard to knock me off my center of gravity. Now, if I'm standing up and I start swinging hard, look, my feet are all over the place. Okay? So what we're doing is we're gonna go back to, just clip them one way. 1 and 2. That's it. Now, if you feel that you need more of a challenge, oh man, you know what? That ball's sitting up on the ground. I can do that very easy. Well, guess what? Go away from the tee. Go ahead and get set up. And we will discuss what I have set here first, but we're just going to still continue to talk about just the basics really quickly. Get behind it. Do the same thing you just did. Bend from the hip, not from the waist. People have to realize they're two totally different things. And I bet a lot of people didn't know it. People don't know their hips from their waist. Honestly, I didn't either until I had to have hip replacements. So, if I stand straight up, my hip is here. My waistline is here. It's only a little bit, not a lot. So, bend from your hip. Get comfortable. We're going to do the same thing. 1 and 2. So at the end, you could hear I was coming down. Go one more time here. 1 and 2. That's it. This is what we need to learn first before we go into anything else, is the basics. Because guess what? The best shots are the most basic shots. And people say, hey, how did you hit that shot? Well, guess what I'm thinking in my head? 1 and 2. So if we want to give one a good wrap, one and 2. All right, it's early. It's early tonight and we're having a good time, and I just got my delivery in, got new lights. I can't wait. It's movie theater lights too, I can't wait. But anyway, we're gonna start this, like I said, this is the beginning. Golf season's getting ready to kick off. It's gonna kick off hard. And like I said, it's time for me to go ahead and, well, I ain't even gonna go to that old saying. We just gonna have fun this year, okay? All right. We're gonna probably end up doing another video in another 30 minutes. I'm gonna grab me something to eat, and then we'll come back with part 2. All right, we'll see you later. But before I go, like always, go out and make somebody smile. Just doesn't cost you a thing. We'll see you. You in the bathroom?
Amber brought her to us here for a reason, because you knew that we would take care of her.
Well, we took her to bed. I want to make sure she's happy and healthy until DCFS finds a family for her.
I guess it just feels strange dropping her off, not knowing what's gonna happen.
Maybe on our next run to med we check on her.